Hey, it is hump day. It is the third day of the business week. And my name is Ali Madawi, your global master trainer of the Young Entrepreneur Project. And I'm so excited, honored, and privileged that I get to come back with you one more time in our Yup Daily installment. And on this Yup Daily, we're going to continue on the message that we started throughout this week. And we started talking about sales. We talked about overcoming limited beliefs. We talked about so many different things. Today, we're going to talk about how you're going to create influence. And if you are in business, you know that is a superpower to have when influence is created. Now, before we go into some of this training, I'd like to welcome some of our friends from all around the world who are in here. Let me know how your hump day is going. It's the mid of the week from 1 to 10. How are you doing? Hello, Lisa, my Jersey friend. How you doing, Millie? What's going on, Rockstar? All the way from Vero Beach, Florida. I'm glad to see you in here. The Legacy Lady in this pretty little city. Cool. Hey, Brittany Wilson, I haven't caught a live. Yeah, well, I'm glad you're back. Welcome back. Weenie, all the way from Australia. How are you, my friend? Glad to see each and every one of you in here. Feel free to tag a friend. Feel free to start a watch party, sharing it, or just putting it in your private communities. Millie's just giving me a 10. Oh, my goodness. All right, I'll take a 10. Debbie Summons, hey, what's going on? You guys are just trying to make me jealous with this Vero Beach, Florida weather. But it's okay. New Jersey's making a comeback. We are at like 43 degrees today, so it's really, really good for us. So let's talk about this whole influence concept. Why is it even important to begin with? People who are influential, they can make a specific call to action, and their followers are going to follow through. They're going to purchase. They're going to buy. They're going to enroll. They're going to subscribe. And influence is not something that happens overnight. As a matter of fact, I genuinely believe that you can never get to peak mode with influence. It takes a long time to build and develop, and it's easily lost. I mean, one bad move, one scandal, one bad post, one bad thing that you say, and it could ruin your influence forever. So let's talk about 3 key elements. And I'm going to cover 4 different areas for you. But the very first area that I want to cover for you is how do you actually create a major breakthrough in your influence? Like, how do you go from 0 to hero, and some of the things that need to happen right away? Is that okay? So let's talk about that first and drop the word influence if that's something that you could definitely use in your business right now. All right, here we go. So the very first thing, in order to create an instant change or transformation in your influence, is number one, you have to have what we like to call the 2-year strategy. See, influence doesn't happen overnight. Let me share with you a real-time story. When Periscope started, and by the way, Periscope is going to be no more as of the end of this month. Facebook is taking everyone out. So Periscope, when it started, it took me literally a year to develop it to just about 1 million subscribers and viewers and heart givers and so on and so forth. A year, right? But the moment Facebook Live came about, I made a rookie mistake where I told everybody, hey, we're going to transfer to Facebook Live every single day, because for me, Facebook was my hub. Periscope or Twitter was not. But the moment I transitioned, I went to Facebook. My Facebook friends were on and they were showing up, but my Periscope or Twitter users didn't come over. And I did it for about 2 to 3 weeks. I came back and it was crickets. I lost my influence real quick. So you got to understand it's a long-term game. I had someone that Takoya Carton specifically we were talking about, and he was sharing with me, we have our accountability call, and, his engagement is getting better. His delivery is getting better. His Facebook Lives and, broadcasts are getting better. But it's still not where it needs to be. Here's what I told him. Do it for a year with no viewers, and then you'll have something great happen. Consistently, every single day. Show up even if you have 0 viewers. When you do that, you've earned your stripes. People are going to look at you like, wow, you're consistent. You didn't quit. And that creates instant influence right away. So make sure that you have a 2-year game plan to understand, what am I doing every day, every week, every month, every quarter, every year, and then it develops into a massive momentum. The average influencer took 2 years of zero engagement, viewership, virality, nonstop, all day, every day, doing it over and over and over and over and over and over in order to have and create virality. So Part of the reason why most people aren't viral or don't have mega exposure, they quit within, a week or a month. Go 2 years and watch the magic happen for you. Number two is the story. And what do you tell yourself about yourself? Like, what is the story that you're saying? I don't have what it takes. I'm shy. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm not good at camera. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound. That story itself is going to impact the vocal cords. It's going to impact the eye contact. It's going to impact your confidence, like we talked about yesterday. So it is important for you to check yourself, or get a checkup from the neck up, making sure that you are not putting or enforcing the wrong message onto you. Because here's what I do know about us as human beings. We are the nicest people to everybody else around us, but we are the meanest person to ourselves. We look at everybody who says, yeah, I'm not good at math. It's okay. Just keep on trying. We encourage them. But then we look in the mirror and say, I'm fat. I'm ugly. I don't look good. I don't feel good. I don't like the way my skin looks, right? Like we're the meanest to ourselves while we encourage and love on somebody else. So you need to start changing that positive energy into yourself, whether through affirmation, whether through meditation, whether through specific audiobooks or podcasts or YouTube videos or this Yap Daily every single day, whatever it may be. You have to tell yourself the right story about you. And the good news is that you are the author and you get to rewrite that story every single day. So who do you want to be today? Who are you empowering today? Focus on yourself, and that story is going to impact your behavior. Remember, we talk about 75 trillion cells in your body. Whenever you say something to you, your cells literally make your body move towards what you told them. So be very, very careful, especially with your subconscious mindset. Now, the third piece to creating the instant transformation of influence is your state of mind. See, your state determines how you feel and how you think. I'll tell you something that so before I go to speak, or before I start saying stuff for myself to get myself and my juices flowing, to get excited, to get motivated, to get inspired, to open my eyes and wake up from the fog that I was in since 5:30 in the morning doing one of these, right? So you need to put yourself in a state of mind of a winner, of an active, of a mover and shaker. If you've ever seen how Tony Robbins, for example, how he preps before he comes out, he gets on this trampoline and he keeps on jumping. So his bloodstream starts flowing faster. So his heartbeat starts going faster. So he gets all excited. Think about football players. They start literally going into their adrenaline crazy motion in order to get themselves in the right state of mind. What state of mind do you put yourself? See, just me right now that I just spoke to you the way I did, I literally feel like I just took an energy shot. Like literally, I'm ready to slay the day. I'm up and ready to go right now just by me saying let's go, we got this, right? So you want to put yourself in a state of mind that puts you in the happiest, most positive, authentic self that you can be in order to genuinely come across as transparent, honest, and connecting with every single individual. Now we're going to talk about the next piece. So I told you there were 4, right? So we talked about how to create a transformation in your influence. Now we're going to talk about focus. Can you drop focus in the comments? Focus is an important element because as entrepreneurs, we tend to have these shiny objects where we just look left and right and we want every website, every application, every video, every software, and we don't keep the main thing, right? So it's extremely important for you and I to discuss focus. So here's the thing. Do you focus on what you can or cannot control? Are you talking to yourself about the weather, how bad it is, and because the weather is bad, you may not be able to do what you wanted to do? Or are you focused on, thank God I still have a virtual platform that no matter the weather, no matter what's going on around the world, I still can deliver what I can deliver? Are you worried about the economy or the stimulus check or the government or all of the things that are out of your control? Or are you focused on making sure that your pockets are in order, your financials are in order, your taxes are in order, that it doesn't matter what the government is going to decide on stimulus or relief or none of that stuff. I am my own economy. I am my own government in my house. I decide how things are going to run throughout my life, how money gets spent, and it flows throughout my whole household day in and day out. That is a part that you can control. And we talked last time, if you remember, about TFAR. Thoughts become feelings, feelings become actions, actions create results, and then you're stuck in that cycle. So making sure that you are careful. Also, do you focus on what you have or what you're missing? Oh, I wish I had 100,000 followers on Instagram. Oh, I wish I had this. I wish I had that. Dude, even if you have one person that is showing up for you every single day, why aren't you giving that one person 100% of you? Why? Oh, because that person is not important enough. That person is not decent enough. That's not the case, right? You would agree with me on that. So you need to focus on what you have. They call that gratitude. I am so happy and grateful now that I have my health, my wealth, my success, my happiness, my joy, my family, my home, my children, my business colleagues from all around the world. And it is incredible. If it weren't for the circumstance and the situation that I have right now, I wouldn't be happy as I am every single day. So gratitude allows you to perform with abundance because I know I have plenty of it. It's never going to run out, and I'm only going to duplicate it and 10x it every single day. The third piece of focus is, do you focus on past, present, and future? Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that it is important to study the past, understand the present, and prepare for the future. I just don't think you need to focus on the past, as in replaying the same scenery. I've had much trauma that I've lived throughout my whole life. I don't even know what my childhood was like, if there was any childhood at that. But what I will tell you is I used to get stuck in the memory lane and reliving all the horrible things that I had to endure as a child. But I forgave myself and everyone else, and I moved on, and I'm only focusing on right now and preparing for the great to follow. Focus on the right now and prepare for what to follow. Again, it's okay to be aware and study the past and adjust and pivot. But what is not okay is to live in the same past stories, having a victim mindset. Oh, poor me. My father wasn't there for me. Okay, well, you're a grown man now. Keep going, Ali. Oh, poor me. I was homeless and I didn't have any money or food and everybody treated me bad. Okay, Ali, well, you're very blessed right now and you got business in 6 continents. Keep it moving. Oh, poor me. No one loved me and this and that. And my family were abusive. And Ali, you got a beautiful family now. Why are you reliving the past, right? So you need to let go of the past because it is a monster that keeps pulling you back and you are reliving that trauma and it makes you sad, makes you miserable, makes you unhappy. Why would you want to live there? Now, I know it's not easy. I am not telling you by no means that you can just wake up and say, forget the past. It's a process, but I definitely would advise you on taking advantage of the community that you have around you, the accountability partners, the lovers and brothers and sisters that you have around you all the time. They're going to love on you to make sure that you are living in the now and preparing for the better future. Make sense? So it is incredibly important in terms of your focus. Let's go into the third part, and that is your wants. What do you want in life? Like, what do you really, really want? Man, don't tell me no car. I get it. The car and all the stuff is fun. What do you really want? If money and time were not an issue, what would you be doing right now in your life? Let me know in the comment. If money and time were not an issue, what would you be doing right now in your life? See, if you identify that answer, truly, not I'll buy a jet. Like, again, that's great. But what would you be doing right now? How would you be living your life? Identify those items. Identify that lifestyle. Identify what do you really, really want. Remember, 75 trillion cells are listening and saying your wish is my command. And the stronger you believe in that one thing or many things that you want, and you have the conviction that no matter what, I know I'm getting there and I know I'm going to get it, those 75 trillion cells are fighting a lot harder to get you there. It is within you. Science proves it. Faith preaches about it, and you're the evidence of it. When you said, that's it, I'm quitting smoking, your body said, no problem, I won't give you the cravings anymore. When you said, that's it, I'm going to lose these 30 pounds and I'm not saying that again, no more will I ever have this weight, your body said, okay, we won't give you the cravings and we'll give you the extra push that you need in order for you to work out. When you said, that's it, I'm not going to be sad and miserable and focused on the past, your memory just disappears and start focusing on the now and the better future. So what do you really, really want? I'm telling you, you can create it right now. It's a matter of making a decision. The word decision comes from the Latin root word decidio. Decidio means remove all options. That's what the actual Latin root word means, to remove all options. I'm going to go forward. I'm going to go for it. Yes, there will be whirlwinds and there will be, issues and there will be roadblocks, but I know where I'm heading. So it's not that I cannot go. I just don't know how to figure out this thing that's in front of me. It's like the life of game. It's like playing a video game and you're going from stage to stage to stage. Same exact thing. So what do you really want? And I see some of you, right? Financial freedom. Great. What does that look like? See, financial freedom to me is to just simply replace the money that you're making right now, like dollar for dollar or pound for pound, euro for euro, whatever currency around the world, right? If I just replace my income that I'm making right now, dollar for dollar, but I still have freedom to sleep, eat, walk, run, do whatever I want with my life. That's good enough. For many people, they're like, that's a mega win. But you need to be crystal clear. What do you specifically want? I have a list on my phone of things that I wanted on 2020. And then I updated it on December 2020 for things I want done on 2021. And I screenshot it and I save it as my background in my phone. So every chance that I get the phone in my hand, I'm looking at those things that I told my body, you need to give me this. I'm ordering you to make this stuff happen. So again, what do you really, really want? You need to write it down and you need to have it in front of you at all times. It needs to be crystal clear. It needs to be visible. And you need to share it with someone who's willing to hold you accountable. In my case, it's my wife and my business mentors. Whomever that person it is for you, they need to know that so they can hold you accountable and push you for it. Now, the last piece is what the only way for you to be able to sell successfully is to build a brand. So the last piece is you need to build a brand, your own brand. And the reason that is, it gives you ownership. It gives you total 100% sold out, passionate mindset about it because it's yours. You're not promoting someone else's stuff. It's yours. And here's why this is important. So your brand essentially is an extension of who you are as an individual. Like my brand is not a logo or a name. It's an extension of who I am. This community is an extension of who I am, right? So it's incredibly important for you to understand and build your brand to showcase your core values and who you truly are. What you want to present yourself and how do you want to present yourself online and offline? When you're not in action, I mean, think about any brand that you may think of, any brand that you may imagine. That brand is consistent, is visible, and it's everywhere. Think about 10X. We're using the concept of 10X now in a verb. I want to 10X my business. I'm about to 10X it. Grant Cardone didn't create it, but he absolutely adopted that concept of 10X. And now everywhere you go, there's the 10X conventions, 10X t-shirts, 10X Academy, all these different things, right? So how are you developing your brand and how consistent you are about it with everything that I just shared with you, including what you want, your focus, and how you create influence is going to determine the success that you're going to have over a period of time. See, what people are seeing online about you is 100% controlled by what you're delivering. So if I'm thinking you're all over the place, that means you don't have a brand, you don't have a consistent current message, you don't have an identified audience, you're just showing up and free willy. Every single day we're doing something else. Every single day we're trying something else. And while that may seem like you're doing income producing activity, you're throwing cheese and you're hoping it sticks. Right? That's how you say it, right? throwing a slice of cheese against the wall and hoping it's... Anyways, you get what I'm trying to get at. I'm still learning, America. Forgive me. So how are you planning on creating your influence, and are you willing to give it 2 years? Most people would say no, and that's why most people do not make it in business. Most people would say that's a long time, though they work 40 years in a traditional job or give a lifetime to their traditional business. But when it comes to an online business, somehow, some way, the mindset is it should be easy, it should be overnight, and I shouldn't have to work hard every single day or consistently for a long period of time. There's a reason Grant Cardone is working every single day, day in and day out. There's a reason Elon Musk still works every single day. There's a reason Bill Gates and Warren Buffett still work every single day. There's a reason Jeff Bezos still works every single day. I mean, trillionaires, right? Like they got it all. And guess what? They're still working. But here I am, whether I'm making 7 or multiple 7 figures or income, little old Ali, I'm walking around and saying, I just want to enjoy life and not work for the rest of my life. Why would you want to do that? Because your vision and your goal isn't big enough. You're thinking too small. I just want to replace my income. Well, that's selfish because you're thinking about you. How about the impact that you can create around you for those who wish they can have that lifestyle? So you need to reevaluate the wants that you have, the focus that you are exercising every single day, and the influence that you want to create over a period of time. Doing these few elements, and it's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy. You need a mentor, a coach, an accountability partner, someone who's done it to guide you through this. Heck, we welcome you in the Young Entrepreneur Project to work with you on doing just that. But the bottom line is, unless you make a decision, Decidio, removing all options, to go through the process that I just shared with you right now, don't expect any success. Don't expect any major activity. Hey, you may be good at selling stuff and making money online, but you're nothing but a sales rep. Because the moment you stop selling, that's when it's over. I want longevity. I want legendary. I want the GOAT status. I want to live after I am no longer on this earth. And how do I do that? Working my tail off, because it isn't about me. When I'm gone, I'm not taking anything of the stuff that I have around me. I want to make sure that by the time my children are 16 years old, they're set up to continue their own life in their own terms, even if they will be employees if they want to. I want my children to have the best life has to offer because they deserve it. I'm going to make sure they work hard. I'm going to make sure they appreciate and they understand struggle before they take a penny out of me. But I'm going to make sure they are extremely set up for the best thing life has to offer. I want them to make sure that they appreciate and know that they have a responsibility with what they're being blessed to add and give on to others. That could create an influence for a very, very long time, because you're no longer making it about yourself, but about everybody else. Our goal is to sponsor 100,000 children, continue to help them, love on them, provide them with opportunities, teach them entrepreneurship. I don't know if my son and my daughter, selfishly speaking, are going to grow and say, I want to get into business space. They might say, we hate business. We don't want to do anything with it. That's okay. I just want to make sure that I've done my part, not only for my kids, my wife, my direct family, but for my whole community, for this world. I've been granted a responsibility, they call that purpose, to leave this world much better than I got into it, to give others an opportunity that I was never given, to provide individuals the skill set that no one has ever provided me, that I had to learn on my own. What are your wants? What is your focus? What is your legacy? Figuring all of these out, implementing the fundamentals that I just shared with you right now, not only will create that influence for you, but you too will have your voice heard across nations. You too will be growing and expanding business in 6 continents. And I'm not saying it to brag, but I'm really, really proud of what we're doing. And I'm proud that you are part of it. So I hope that these nuggets helped you out a little bit. As always, do me a favor, in the comment, I want to know what was the most impactful aha moment that you've had from what I've shared with you right now, and tag a friend who may need to hear this story and hear this message tonight. And tomorrow, Thursday, I personally would not be on because I have another function that I have to be on, but I have a very special surprise for you of a trainer who is going to bring the heat, maybe even two, for you. So you do not want to miss that. So stay tuned. Yup Daily tomorrow. And for those of you who are branding your businesses or need a strategic partner in developing your websites, logos, all custom made, custom created, in ongoing activity, whether for social media or digital marketing overall, join us tonight on discoverbrandvalet.com, where we educate you exactly on what are the areas that you need to focus on in order to win big. And this system has been created with the former lead expansion officer of UFC, Livia Fisher-Kane. That's UFC as an Ultimate Fighter Championship. Yeah, that's who we have as our chief marketing officer. And we'll be delivering all that information for you at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just register in discoverbrandvalet.com, and you will be able to 100% register and get a reminder. With that, I thank you and I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody.